Hi, I'm Matt Hudson, author of The Saboteur Within, the definitive guide to eliminating self-sabotage. Now, I'm going to chat to you about sports performance, a bit like what I'm doing now, performing. And if we're going to be able to perform, we better not be wasting any energy. One thing I do know with my 25 plus years helping sports personalities and TV personalities to perform at their optimum is helping you to eradicate anything that's costing you energy. Now I'm going to explain a little bit about how this works. I have made a study, quite academic study, of the psychophysiological condition. So how the mind impacts the body, the physiology. So when it comes to performance, if we have any emotional, by the way, you should be committed emotionally if you're sports, there's an emotional commitment, but if there's any negative emotional connections, any threat responses, then what happens is our mind stores these threats inside this informational field, which are downloaded then prior to the event. So quite often, if you've got to a really good level in your field, you could then be thinking about the event that's coming. So you'll know who you're up against, yeah? And in that action, if you trigger any sort of threat response, what happens is the image of the response itself is stored inside your mind, and then it's that image that actually switches on the fight, flight, freeze mechanism, the stress response of the brain. And that's the image that actually costs your energy. Not the opponent or the opposition, but this perceived threat. So what I do is clear the threats so that leaves you with 100% energy, 100% adrenaline. Nothing is being lost. So at the point of that starting gun, at the point of the game begins, you are in your absolute optimum flow state. And I'm guessing you probably either had that once before and are trying to get back to it, or you want to have it again. Does that make sense? And then for sports also, I'll give a few examples. We can have in darts, there's sticky dart, where performance anxiety is kicking into, so the dart won't release. In snooker, there's the sticky cue. Yeah, so again, it can't follow through. You see a lot of brilliant darts and snooker players end up hitting more and more alcohol to try and overcome this. And basically, if we clear that emotional memory image, they're sorted. There's others in golf, yeah, the yips as it's called in golf, where basically they're back and forwards with that club but cannot put, yeah, or address the ball. So there's so many ways of and examples of this, but basically all of them impact your performance. And if we clear that informational connection, you're free to go.